Hi, I'm Dr. Judy Stang, and I'm the Assistant Dean Campus Director of Springfield College Wilmington Regional Campus, and today you are joining us for the Springfield College Forum. We're glad you're with us today. We are located in the Nemours Building on the 5th floor in Suite 500, and we are waiting to become a part of your experience. And part of that today is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about if you are trying to get back into college, we're the place for you. And we want to talk a little bit about the experience that we have for students when they are working in the community, a part of their coursework and a part of gaining knowledge about human services. Also with me today is Dr. Gwendolyn Sanders. She is our president of our campus advisory board. And Dr. Sanders, you have some guests today with us?
Yes, I have some wonderful guests today, and they're going to demonstrate an example of what it is that students at Springfield College do. We have two projects that we're going to talk about today, and the individuals here were participants. They're Springfield College students, and each student has to select a subject, do a project, select an agency. And they're going to tell us today about their projects, their agency, how these agencies and Springfield College help them in becoming the professionals that you see. And that's who they are. So, ladies and gentle person, I have some questions I want you to share with the audience. One is, why did you select the particular, this is what you're going to answer, why did you select the particular subject that you did? Why did you select that agency? What is it that you provided to the agency? What is the agency provided to you? And I want you to share with us how Springfield College added to your professional growth and development. Now, we're going to start with the project of DOTS. What in the world is DOTS?
DOT stands for Donating Organs to Save Lives. And the reason that we chose this particular topic was because we were asked to find an issue that affected the community that we lived in and try to work alongside of our peers to, I want to say, enhance this issue or fix this issue or contribute something to this issue. So we decided that a lot of people in our neighborhoods were dying as a result of not having enough organs, and it was a high rate of people that were dying, and I'm like, it's a disconnect. It's something that we can do. So we decided to partner up with the Gift of Life program of the city of Philadelphia, who kind of navigated us as far as what areas needed the most donors. And as a result of our project, we were able to go out into the community of 19802, which is Wilmington, Delaware, and provide awareness as to the need of needing organs and registered people to vote, to donate.
She's ready to vote. Now, I want you to introduce yourselves.
Okay, this is Charlotte Bostic.
Charlotte Bostic.
And Naomi Morris.
I'm Naomi Morris.
And I'm Michelle Marshall. And
I'm Maurice Taylor.
My name is Rob Peterson.
Okay. Now, is there something that you wanted to add to why it is that you were comfortable? Now, this is a group. I just want you to know that this is a group, and they're all members of the group that had this particular project called DOTS. And tell us something that you gave to the agency.
We pretty much gave them support. The Gift of Life, they usually go out and they'd have events and different programs where they're, trying to educate and make, minority groups aware of the problem. So we were there just as a support system, to pretty much help them. And they provided us with the data, and we were able to, go out and do what we needed to do.
What do you think about being a member of this and participating in this project?
Well, this project pretty much hit my spot, my heart, because my brother was a recipient of a kidney transplant. So I was really excited about going out in the community to promote awareness and educating people on this subject, and try to eliminate the myths, because there was a lot of people who did not know that there were things that was not true that people were putting out there, so they were scared to become organ donors. So we wanted to eliminate the myths, and that's what we set out to do. We also wanted to guide them and showing them the process of becoming organ donors, and we did just that, my group and I. And so I was very excited about going to the sessions, talking to the individuals, and they had so many questions. We supplied surveys and questionnaires, and we got a tremendous amount of people to come to the sessions and to
Donate. Sign
to
up to
actually, yes, and we actually had people to become organ donors
So
throughout
what
our
started off to
sessions.
be a Springfield project turned out to be something that will, go on and on and on, because we don't know when we're called to die. You know what I'm saying? But whenever that choice happens, and whenever that happens to you, if you signed up to be an organ donor, you're gonna be able to help at least 50 people. So if this project that started off just to be about a grade, it turned out to be more than just a grade. It turned out to be something so deep, because we got 12 people to sign up to donate organs when they pass away. And those 12 people will then turn off and help 50 people each. So that's amazing.
So when you say donate an organ, are you talking about just a kidney or a heart or what? When
We're
you
talking about kidneys, livers, hearts, corneas, skin, skin, tissue, bone marrow, all kinds of things. Because a lot of the burn victims, they need skin, and that's where it comes from people who donated. You can also be a living donor, and we found out about that too. Yep.
a living donor.
Yep. I was told that a piece of my liver can save somebody's life. Actually, there's a little picture of a little girl. Her name is Destiny. She was a liver recipient, and a person died and gave her a piece of the liver. But that liver was able to help other people too. But when you put a face to the person that needs, then it becomes more personal. And I think that that's what people don't understand.
Okay, let's hear from this other group back here. This is another project that we're talking about. Again, they select the issue, an issue that's in the community that is important to them. So tell us what your issue was, how you selected, and the process.
Okay, we selected childhood obesity because there is so many children within the city of Wilmington who are on the verge of becoming obese. And we wanted to choose a project that will really enhance in child care centers teachers' curriculum, not change it, but just enhance it, where they can add on, a couple of activities during the course of the day to help, with combating the childhood obesity. And the name of our group is Fat Kids.
Show that, let's see that.
Fat Kids. And when we chose the project, Childhood Obesity, we tried to come up with a name that was real synonymous with the project itself. FAT, which stands for Physically Healthy and Talented Kids. Because just because a child is obese or on the verge of obese does not mean that child does not have talent. All children are valued, and they do have talent. And we selected the Salvation Army Early Learning Center because it is in the zip code of 19802, which is very highly populated with low poverty. And because many, parents, they don't have transportation, and there isn't a supermarket literally within that area that a parent can, actually get to. So there are very many corner stores for them, to access. And many corner stores sell a lot of unhealthy foods. So that's why, we chose the Salvation Army Early Learning Center.
Okay, tell us now, can you imagine a male person going and the excitement that children have when you go into an early childhood center and your presence Tell us about how you felt about participating in this project for little people.
I can honestly say that I fell in love with the kids. It was a warm reception. Kind of skeptical in the very beginning. My wife and I, we own a child care facility, but my heart is Wilmington. I live in Maryland, but my heart is Wilmington. And just for those that don't know, this was probably a year-long project from start to finish, research, and you find out about how real and true the issue is. So if you kind of think about the whole situation. Our project with childhood obesity kind of feeds off of the organ donation process.
Yep.
Because obesity is a major thing, and people don't realize you have heart failure, diabetes. Those are various things that you might need an organ based upon your health concept. So walking into a child care facility, especially the Salvation Army, was a warm welcome. The kids were absolutely amazing, and we fell in love with the kids after that last opportunity we had to meet with the kids.
So how did the people, the administrators and the teachers feel about your being there?
I think it was interesting because if you think about early childhood, you think of females, quite honestly. So to walk in and just think about our community, the city of Wilmington, to see an African American man to walk into a child care facility is almost kind of like a Big Brother type program. So the reception from the staff was very warm. Ms. Hope, we thank them very much for helping us out and working along with us. And like Ms. Maurice mentioned, for us, we weren't looking to change the program. We're looking to enhance the program because there are mandates government-wise that says child care facilities need 60 minutes of activity time throughout the course of the day. Each day. But it doesn't specify exactly what it is. So what we did, we actually created a program that was just a contribution to your existing program that would extend out a movement activity during the course of the day at any given time. Some ambient music, stretching activities would include upper body, the core section, lower bodies. Would take actually probably 5 minutes per session throughout the course of the day.
And do you do workouts yourself? Do you do all of that yourself?
Absolutely, and that's actually why it's my passion. I do work out, because I want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And the idea, especially with regard to human service, is wellness. Wellness in Springfield College is about the mind, the body, and the spirit. And it's important to have that spiritual connection. It's also equally important to have the mental connection and the physical connection as well. And they all kind of work hand in hand. So for me personally, yes, I do maintain, and I call it life training. I don't just call it exercise. It is a lifestyle for me personally. So if we can matriculate that down to early childhood, that 4-year-old age bracket, and then create that habit that parents can say, well, how was school today? Well, Mom, we exercised, and to bring that habit home, which was important for us to do.
Okay, now I want to know how Springfield College enhanced your professionalism, and I'd like for each of you to answer that question. How did they contribute to your becoming the beautiful professionals that you are? Start there and come right on around.
Okay. For me, Springfield College has enhanced my professional career since I'm in early childhood. It's taught me where if I see a problem, I can research that problem, bring it back to the director, give it to the director, let the director go over it. And if it's something that they really and truly need or see that it could benefit, the center, that's what Springfield has taught me. It's taught me a lot of, how to do a lot of research. A lot of research.
Did you get that, Dr. King?
Can you say that again?
Yes. Yes.
And that's what the Springfield College is actually for the adult learner. And you bring something to the table. These persons, each individual brought something to the table. Springfield College enhanced that. Now share with us what Springfield College added to your professionalism and your next move.
Okay, I will. Okay, Springfield College provided me with an education and the tools that I needed to enhance the quality of life in the population that I serve in human services. And I plan to go on to receive my master's in human services at Rosemont University in Pennsylvania.
So tell me where you are employed now. What human service agency are you working with now?
I work for Alwyn Institution as a program specialist. and I work in the behavioral health department.
I currently work for Horizon House in Philadelphia as an assistant case manager. And what Springfield did for me was it gave my experiences and my career experience validation. Because without a degree, no matter how much you know, some people won't let you in the door. So now it opened up my world to be able to say, listen, not only do I have this case management experience, but now I have my degree. I deserve more money, and I deserve, hey, that's what we deserve. If you're experienced and you got the credentials, why not? So that gave me validation to things that I already knew. It helped me learn a lot about people and groups and projects. It taught me how to teamwork. Because although you do teamwork at your job, you really don't have to put in those extra hours at night and try to get with somebody's schedule. And so our project had people that lived in 3 different states. So it taught us about teamwork and coming together, and when someone falls, pick them up, and how to just communicate and compromise with people. Because that's something that wasn't my strength. That wasn't my
taught us
strength.
a lot
I don't think it was a lot of our strengths.
Yeah.
Working together, with people from different states, because you're dealing with so many different personalities.
Yeah.
And another thing that Springfield College did for me, because I'm a lot older than they are. I'm 57 years old, and the fact that I came back to school to get my degree, it's never too late. It's so many people out there. I can't do it. I'm too old. No, you're not. We tell our kids all the time that they're never too old to do this, that.
And I want to compliment this young lady. I know how old she said she was, but I've known her since she was at Delaware Tech, and that was a long time ago. So I am doubly proud, not only that she was at Delaware Tech, but she is in fact in completing that now. Okay.
I've worked in the human service field for about 10 years, but
In what agency?
a few agencies. I worked for Wordsworth Academy, which is a behavioral health agency. I've worked at Dr. Gertrude A. Barber National Institute, which is an adult care facility. And I've been doing it, as I said, for about 10 years. So Springfield College pretty much helped me to build my skill set. It helped me to be more, open in the human service field, like as far as like speaking and, presenting and just able to get out and talk to people, because before I could not do that. I had a hard time standing in front of the classroom or in front of any group of people and actually talking. So it was a great learning experience for me.
That's great.
Yes, sir.
I do a couple of things human service-wise. I work as a paraprofessional with the Christina School District. I also am a director of ministries at Highway Word of Faith Family Worship Center in Wilmington, Delaware. Entrepreneur as well. Like I said, my wife actually owns a child care facility. We've owned a store in Maryland as well. But as far as enhancement, you always bring something to the table, and you have to be open to opportunity. And one of the most important things I learned is just the networking aspect of Springfield College. You meet all kinds of wonderful, phenomenal people from the staff as well as the student, your peers you work with, and then the aspect of the group work. Because in society, in life period, you have to work with people. If not, then who are you dealing with is the reality. So you have to be open to change, open to networking abilities, and you have to work hard is the main ingredient. You have to be willing to work hard, and it's about the sacrifice. And I tell people all the time, when you earn, especially as an adult learner, when you earn your college degree as an adult learner, whether it's master's, whether it's PhD, it's not just you that you're working, that's working. It's your coworkers because you're out doing assignments. It's your family because they're sacrificing the time with mommy and time with daddy. It is a major, major sacrifice, but it's actually well worth it. Well worth it.
Okay. Now, thinking about all of that, what would you say to a person that says, well, I don't know if I can go to school? Oh, I'm too old. We said, I'm too old. What would you say to them?
Saying, no, you're not too old. You're never I'm a lifetime learner, so I'm going to go on and on until God says no. And right now he's saying yes. So I know my purpose. So if someone comes to me and say, I'm too old, you're never too old to learn. Like I said, I'm a lifetime learner, and I will continue to learn. so that it can help the people in my community and outside of my community.
For someone who has children, small children, I have a daughter with special needs, and I always tell people there's two type of people in this world. Ones who say because I have kids I cannot do it, and some people say because I have kids I have to do it, and that's the type of people that I'm surrounded by. And if you have children and you're thinking about how to make this work, believe me, it's a hard sacrifice, but it's well worth it. It will increase your wages. Probably double your wages, if not triple. For me, it actually will be tripling my wages. So I mean, it's a process. It may take you a year and a half. It may take you 2, but it's well worth it.
I had a quote, pretty much says, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. So I feel like anything worth doing is you have to be willing to take the risk. Everything is a risk, and if you don't do it, then you're going to be behind and you're going to be left back and not knowing anything. So,
And the audience, I want you to understand, you can see how proud we are of our products and how they inspire us to continue to reach out, continue to help people develop, and to help them become and stay the professionals that they are. And the thing that is the key for me is learning is a lifelong experience.
Yes.
And with technology going and moving as fast as it has been, you better be a lifelong learner,
Gonna be
because
lost in the sauce.
just think of what didn't even exist 10 years ago, what exists now, and how you can communicate with technology, and looking at all of you, and some in different kind of states, as you said, some in Maryland, some in New Jersey. We've had students all the way from New York that have come, and they commute. That shows you how much determination it takes to achieve what you want, because it has to be your goal. We can create the environment, but you're the one that has to sit there, and you're the one that has to go to Dr. Stang and say, what happened, or whatever. It's just the word I would like to leave with you is continue to grow, continue to inspire others, and you yourself continue to aspire and continue to become the best that you can.
Well, thank you all, and Dr. Sanders, thanks for bringing this group together. If you have heard something that sparks in you, something that says, you know what, I think I can do it, I have a dream of a career, I know that I want to change and transform myself, then Springfield College is the place for you. We are going to have some information sessions that are coming up, and you can come over to the college on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Our next one is the 13th of June, but let me tell you this. If you pick up the phone today, or even tomorrow, and you leave your name and your phone number, and you ask information for undergrad programs or the graduate programs, we will get back in touch with you, and if you apply, we will waive that fee. So think about it.
The admissions fee.
Yes, the admissions fee, not the tuition, but the
That's
admissions
right.
fee.
I just want to be clear
Yeah.
about that. It's the application fee that will be waived. You have to mention this program, though.
Yeah,
in
you
order for
have
us
to mention
do-
this TV show. So again, we're in the Nemours building, 500 suite, right there in downtown Wilmington. Come on down, visit us, let's talk. Let's talk about your future. And more importantly, let's talk about how you can become involved in community, because that is what this program is about. You changing the world one person at a time. You. And we know that you can do it. Thanks again for tuning in, and this is the Springfield College Wilmington Forum, and we look forward to seeing you next month, same time, 4th Sunday, 3:30, right here on Channel 28.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Share